Hello, peoples. I'm just in a very kind of ranty mood right now. Mainly, this rant has to do with music. I love music, okay? I'm not really pinned down to a certain genre. Some people are just like strictly rap or hip hop or pop or rock music. No, I like a variety of things. Mostly like rock and alternative and Japanese rock. Oh, I love my J-rock. Um, but there's this growing trend I've noticed with a lot of the more popular artists out there. It kind of goes hand in hand with the whole let's do the whole 80's retro thing now. And oh my god, if you grew up in the 80's or at least remember what the 80's were like, this whole 80's retro thing is just, it's gotta go. I mean, it was horrible then. What makes people think it's going to be amazing now? But anyways, I've just been noticing that a lot of musicians are now throwing synthesizers, ugh, I can talk, into their music. I was watching Much Music the other day, and there was this one band that, a lot of the earlier stuff was more rock sounding, and then they throw in a bunch of synthesizers or whatever, and it's supposed to be I don't know, electronic rock, I guess? I don't know. Techno rock. It sounds horrible, and everybody's doing it, all the pop stars and rock bands. I can't even call them rock bands anymore. And, they're really just doing it because it's the it thing to do. Some other bands that I like, for example, the band The Muse, they use synthesizers, but I mean, they've been using them since they started pretty much, so it's part of their sound, so it's acceptable. But it's just when bands start jumping on bandwagons just because it's the cool thing to do, it really, really pisses me off. And they're helping bring back the horrible fashion trends too, those big ugly glasses that look so cheap and you could just snap in half with very little force. Oh my god, people are actually wearing them. Or the sunglasses that are they have the little slits, they're blinds or something. Seriously, how ridiculous is that? And people are wearing neon colors again. Come on. Neon is hideous and should never be worn. Ugh. If you couldn't tell, I really don't like the 80's. I was born in the 80's, and even though I was just a child, I still have memories of the 80's. I still remember just, horrible fashion tastes and styles. Spandex with those big sweaters, those big, ugly, honking belts, huge shoulder pads, and oh yeah, thanks Lady Gaga for making, big shoulders in again. You're making women look like freaking retards. Thanks a lot. Ugh. Society's doomed. Although I guess I should look on the bright side. In probably about 5-10 years, the 90's will come back in style. Although then we'll have to deal with the grunge look again. Or maybe, the 60's and 70's will come back. I mean, they had some somewhat good fashion choices. Oh my god, bell-bottom pants. I would love it if bell-bottoms came back in. Although I have noticed that flared jeans are starting to kind of come back. can go into like a clothing store and not see just all skinny jeans, which by the way should be burned. I mean, skinny jeans only look good on freaking stick thin models. Like, I've lost count of how many girls I've seen wearing skinny jeans that really shouldn't. Anyways, that is my rant for now. Tis all for now. Toodles.